Our dusty neighbor is known for its distinctive reddish hue. This rusty color has captivated astronomers for centuries, and the reason behind it is quite fascinating. The rusty red color of Mars is primarily due to the presence of iron oxide on its surface. Iron oxide, more commonly known as rust, forms when iron comes into contact with oxygen. Billions of years ago, Mars is believed to have had a much thicker atmosphere and possibly even liquid water on its surface. Under these conditions, the iron-rich rocks on Mars would have interacted with oxygen in the atmosphere, leading to the formation of iron oxide. Over time, Mars' atmosphere thinned out significantly, likely due to solar wind stripping away particles. This thinner atmosphere could not protect the surface from harmful radiation as effectively. The iron oxide remained on the Martian surface, giving it the rusty red color we see today. The iron oxide is not just a thin coating on the surface. It actually thought to be mixed in with the Martian soil and dust, contributing to the overall reddish hue of the planet. While Mars is often referred to as Earth's little brother, it's not quite that small. Earth is the bigger sibling, boasting a diameter of around 12,742 kilometers. Mars holds its own with a diameter of about 12,104 kilometers. That's just a 638 kilometer difference. A Martian day, also called a solar day, the time it takes for Mars to complete one full rotation on its axis. A Martian solar day clocks in at about 24 hours and 37 minutes. That's just 37 minutes longer than a day on Earth. So you would not need a complete overhaul of your sleep schedule for a Martian vacation. The length of a day on a planet is primarily determined by its rotation speed. Both Earth and Mars rotate on their axes at a similar pace, resulting in day lengths that are quite close. A year on Mars, also known as a Martian sidereal year, is much longer than a year on Earth. It takes Mars about 687 Earth days to complete one full revolution around the Sun. Just like Earth, Mars boasts two polar ice caps, one at the north and one at the south. These frozen landscapes paint a dramatically different picture from the dusty plains that dominate the Martian surface. The northern ice cap is a multi-layered wonder composed of both water ice and frozen carbon dioxide, also known as dry ice. The southern ice cap is a bit different. It's a massive ice sheet that rests on a giant volcano called Olympus Mons, the tallest mountain in our solar system. The presence of these ice caps is a major clue about Mars' history. Scientists believe that Mars may have once been a much water world with flowing rivers and even oceans. Over time, the climate changed and much of this water froze and became trapped in the polar ice caps. These ice caps act like a giant time capsule, potentially preserving evidence of this ancient watery past. Mars may be known for its rusty red plains, but it also boasts some of the most magnificent mountains in our solar system. These behemoths dwarf even the mightiest peaks on Earth, making Mars a true mountain climber paradise. The undisputed king of Martian mountain is Olympus Mons, a colossal shield volcano that puts Mount Everest to shame. Olympus Mons is a shield volcano, meaning it has a broad, gently sloping front rather than the steep, pointed peak of a typical volcano. Olympus Mons is a true giant. It stands a whopping 25 kilometers tall, more than 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Imagine stacking 3 Everests on top of each other. That's roughly the height of Olympus Mons. The base of Olympus Mons is massive, stretching out for hundreds of kilometers across the Martian surface. It's so big, you could fit several Earths within its base circumference. Olympus Mons is no longer an active volcano. It was likely formed billions of years ago when Mars had a thicker atmosphere and geological activity was more intense. Olympus Mons is a stark reminder that Mars is not just a dusty flat world. It has a rich geological history and landscape that inspire awe. If you ever visit Mars, you will need spaceship to explore Wells Mariners, a canyon system that make Earth Grand Canyon look like a ditch. Wells Mariners stretch a staggering 4,000 kilometers long, which is roughly the distance from Los Angeles to New York on Mars. Its width can reach up to 600 kilometers and it plunges down to depth of 100 kilometers. If this monstrosity were on Earth, it would literally slice across the entire continent of North America. Wells Mariners is not just one big ditch. It's a complex system of interconnected canyons, chasms, and valleys. Imagine a spider web of colossal cracks etched into the Martian surface. That's the mind-blowing structure of Wells Mariners. The formation of Wells Mariners is a scientific mystery, but scientists believe it might have started billions of years ago when Mars had a thicker atmosphere and flowing water. The colossal size and structure of the canyon system offer clues about the ancient Martian climate and geological process. For decades, Mars was known as the rusty red neighbor, a barren and seemingly lifeless world. But with the help of rovers, landers, and orbiters, scientists have uncovered a surprising secret. Mars may have once been a watery world. Mars likely once had a thicker atmosphere that helped trap heat and maintain liquid water on the surface. Over time, this atmosphere thinned out, allowing the water to escape into space or seep underground. As the atmosphere thinned, Mars' climate grew colder. This freezing process locked up much of the remaining water in the polar ice permafrost. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding Mars is the possibility of life. Rovers and landers are constantly searching for signs of past or present microbial life. These rovers are equipped with advanced instruments that can analyze Martian rocks and soil for potential biosignatures, which are chemical signatures left behind by living organisms